Hello guys, I'm back. My name is Jeferson Costa. I'm a chemical process engineer with expertise in plant design, and this is the Chemical Process Engineer Diary series. In this series, I share with you my daily life as a chemical process engineer. I answer questions, clarifications, and do some updates related to my contents in the YouTube, LinkedIn, Telegram, and etc. So be welcome. For the first time, I'm doing a live session in my Facebook fan page. So I have a cell phone at my right side, at my left side, and I'm doing also this live session on YouTube. In YouTube, you have the playlist and you can find the previous episodes there where I have shared a lot of content yet. And I am very happy today because some things that happens to me. The first thing is that I'm doing an event, a workshop on May, and I already have more than 500 people subscribed to that. And it just in few days, 3 days, more than 500. If to be exactly, I have right now 559 people registered to my workshop chemical process engineer journey in plant design. So I am very, very happy about that. So you still have time to subscribe. You will find the registration page in my web page, jeffersoncosta.com, or you will find also in the description of this video once I finish this live session. Another thing is that yesterday I had a series of meetings that is very, very common to my working day. And during one of these meetings, I received a call, and it was not unidentified, but it was not registered at my cell phone. And to my surprise, I asked the person to call me sometime later, and when I received the call again, it was from Italy, and it was a call asking me to invite me to join a selection for a chemical process engineer to work with liquid hydrogen. And that was very, very interesting because I didn't apply to any position for this in this purpose, and the person got the cell phone and called me from Italy. And as you know, I live in Brazil, and I am a chemical process engineer that works in Brazil also. I am Brazilian. And imagine if you are in India, if you are in Mexico, or if you are in Argentina, or any place in the world outside Europe, and you receive a call, invite you to participate in a selection for a chemical process engineer in a project in Italy. So I am very, very happy about that. And I sent the CV. I don't have too much expectation about that. I am familiar with liquid hydrogen process, but I don't have real experience on that. These days, I refuse work about this subject because I would need to do a lot of research, and it would impact my current job. So, but you can imagine how is interesting, how is rewarding to have this kind of news when we share our experience. What I said to a person yesterday in LinkedIn is, if you are not seen, you are not reminded. So that's one of the power of sharing content, sharing experience in the correct experience, the correct sharing in LinkedIn, because this person got my contact from LinkedIn. So this is something that I would like to share with you. And another thing is talking about the subject about job search. You should be care when we are searching for a job in the internet, because I already have the experience of some scan jobs in the internet. Nice. Hi, Luis. How are you doing? Nice to have you here in my YouTube channel. And those time it was I was in China working for in a project in Shanghai office for hydrogen and also a separation plant, and I received an email from a company supposed to be in England offering me a job also. And you need to have some kind of care related to contacts that you receive from internet. In this case, this guy from Italy, what I did to confirm that it was not a scam offer, to make sure that I could share my CV with him, although he's already had my information from the internet. I we talked some minutes. He said to me that he would send me an email to I reply with my CV, and in the email, the first thing that I look in an email when I receive some kind of proposition and etc. is look for the domain of the email. If the person works in a company, in a real company, the domain will be related to the company logo or to the company brand. For instance, if someone from BASF, from the HR from BASF get in touch with you, it doesn't make sense that he or she send you an email from a Gmail service. It doesn't make sense. And if it's same for it is Siemens, if it is Braskem and Petrofec and etc. Because when someone is talking to you to offer a real position, they will use the company domain. So that is the first thing that you should observe about that. The second thing is that if you got the name of the person in an email or during the contact, look for that in the LinkedIn. Although it can eventually it's not one connection of you, you are able to verify if this person exists. So let's say Lindsay Smith, and she says that you work in Petrofec. So you can go to LinkedIn, type her name, and verify if you find any kind of Linda that works in those companies. So it's another way to verify if the offering is real or not, and it is very, very important to you do that. So I verify the profile of the person and his first connection link, and I verify his CV in the LinkedIn also to make sure that he was representing the company that he was talking about. So all of these matches. And another thing that you should be aware is if someone is offering you a job, the company will never ask you to pay anything to get a job. Okay, so that is the another advice that is very, very important to you. Verify if you apply to a position and for any reason you receive the information that you must pay for some fee to get in the process or to continue in the process. It is a scam. Don't do that. Don't send any money. And it was what happened to me maybe 2 or 3 years ago. This company from Leeds, from England, said me that I was classified, that I should do an interview in England, but to do that I need to contact the travel agency associated with the company and pay the fees to go to the interview. So on that moment, alert uh, uh, bells in my mind, and I was after the information about this company, and this company had a website, a well done website, but I could not find any information related to its activities besides the website. So it's another way. If you have any kind of uh, if it's not do not looks trustful to you, you can type on Google the name of the company, and if the company exists, we'll have some kind of information in the Google. It's impossible to have a company and don't have a real company and don't have any kind of information on Google. And you can find out, you eventually you can use also, eventually you, nice, thanks Arabi, thanks a lot. And you can look also in the YouTube. I For this company, I don't remember the company, and thanks God for that. And I went to YouTube, look for the name of the company, and I found a video, very nice, people share information, a video about a person that got the same contact from this company, and he did some research, looking the Google Maps to verify if the address matches with the information in the email, and he found that it was a scam. So, hello Sukap, nice to have you here. Uh, India, I have a lot of friends and students from India, and it for because of that I prevent losing money, and of course that we get frustrated. Work abroad for us that doesn't live in US or don't live in Europe is can be a dream for many people, and I know that. And when you and and we are invited, as I told you in the beginning of this live session, is very rewarding. And some other tips that I can share with you about looking for a job in the internet is that in LinkedIn, eventually you will find some open position that has the easy application. You just click in the button, and your information is shared with the company. And for this scan offer, it was this way that happened. It was a position for Rio de Janeiro, and the same position was offered in 3 different states here in Brazil. I applied for one of them, and sometimes later I received this contact with the scan. And what I can tell you is that if a company is offering a job in the LinkedIn, you will be able to verify the company's profile. If you click in the company's profile and don't have anything there, my recommendation to you is don't apply to that, because it must be a scam. And if you click on easy application, all your information, personal professional information will be shared with them, including email and also cell phone. So avoid to do that, because it will not be it will be frustrating. Eventually you know that people that has expertise in doing I don't know how to say that in English, but people that is not trustful, they are very good on oratory, and they have the art of convincing us with the talking. So that is very dangerous if you want to avoid losing money and losing your peace. Okay, my computer just okay, better now. And guys, I am here also to answer you some questions, and I don't have all answers, but if I know that, it will be glad to share with you my knowledge. And as I told you, on May I will do a workshop, the chemical process engineer journey in plant design. The registration is open. You will find in the description of this video once I finish the live session, and you will find the registration also available in my website, jeffersoncosta.com. And as I told you, I already have 559 persons or people subscribed it. And in this event, I did an exclusive Telegram channel for in-process workshop Telegram to share information with the subscribers to the event. So if you will attend to the event, I strongly recommend you to join this exclusive Telegram, because we will be there that I will share with you materials, exclusive information, and links, previous links, if it is the case, and etc. So many people are using Telegram these days, and it is increasing and increasing. And what is interesting in Telegram is that once I share information, everyone that is part of the channel are able to find that. And it is different if I add a publication in Facebook, or if I add a publication in LinkedIn or Instagram. Only a few part of people will get the notification. And that's why I have also a Telegram channel in process, and there I share all the updates that I have related to my content. And these days I answer a question about pipe sizing and how to solve that in Aspen High Seas, and I also add some links to videos that help people to know how to do that. So this is it. Let me see if I have questions in the chat. So Kumar join us. My friend Luis Carlos was with us also. Gosavi join us also, and Su Kaplan too join us also. So very nice to have all of you here, guys. And in Facebook, I don't have too much audience in Facebook, and it is a test. Probably I will not return the experience with the Facebook. I will let people join me in the Instagram. In the Instagram, I am able to invite you to be live with me. So that's what is interesting about Instagram to me. So guys, you are very quiet. I still have 12 minutes to share with you. So if you have questions, let me know. And it is the main purpose of these live sessions, okay? Every Tuesday and every Thursday, I'm doing my best to save some time to share with you here in the internet. And I bring some, hello, here's one. If you have one question, please share with me, and I hope that I know the answer, okay? So every Tuesday and every Thursday, I share at least 30 minutes with you to answer questions, to share some updates, and I select some subjects, and I talk about them. And if you have questions, we have more time to discuss. And I'm starting it in 7 a.m. here in Brazil, because if I try to do that after my work, it's impossible. I am very tired, and I have another other things to deal with. And now that the workshop is set, I doubled my works. Let me see here. Sukap, sir, do you have experience with filtration and dry calculations? Could you share something about it if possible? Sukap, I don't have experience with filtration, dry calculations, What I have about the experience that I have with dry calculation was from my chemical engineering course time, and where you will calculate the dry air and verify the mass transfer to a point to another. And if I'm not so if I'm not so sure, but I think that it's possible to do that in Aspen High C, sorry, Aspen Plus. I never used that in Aspen High Seas. I'm not so sure if it's possible to do in Aspen High Seas, but uh, maybe you will have a better look if you look into books. And I told some to people some time ago that as more I learn from books, I get frustrated sometimes because they don't show how to transfer that to the practice, and that's why I'm doing the workshop. And sorry, I will not be able to help you, but books in this case will show you at least the fundamentals, and also so uh, the calculations, okay? How to do the calculations. And if you have the Aspen Plus, I think that you have this function there. I'm not so sure about the Aspen High Seas because I never needed to use that. My career, I started my career in a polypropylene plant, so it was more related to petrochemicals unit operation. Although we had drying with steam there, I never did any kind of calculation. The process was already done. And after that, I was to air separation process, so you didn't have any kind of drying. Drying. We have dehydration, but not drying. And now I am with the energy sector, biomethane and natural gas, and we don't have drying. We have dehydration. That is different. Drying is to remove liquid from a gas, and dehydration is to remove water. I think it's the the oh, definition. I think it's the definition, okay? But if I'm not wrong, if I'm not right, sorry for that. Okay, Mohammed, I did chemical engineering back in 2018. I then worked in fertilizer sector for some time, and nowadays looking for a job in Saudi, and should be Saudi Arabia, but didn't find from last 1.5 years. Now I feels like my career I feel that my career got stuck. Please guide me. What shall I do? If I talk about my passion, I would like to tell you that process engineering my passion more than a dream to have a good career in that. Uh, okay. Opa, a lot of message here in the YouTube. Let me try to answer the Mohammed. Mohammed, I know how it is. When I finished my graduation, I took 1.5 years to get my first job, and when we don't have a job or when we are fired, it's normal to feel some kind of failure feelings. And what I can do, what I can say to you is, first thing first, believe in yourself and never give up. Don't give up, okay? But what you can do to help yourself to get a job. The first thing is to, if you look in Saudi Arabia, my suggestion to you is do a list of companies that is available in South Arabia that fits the area that you want to work with. Because as process engineer, you can work in many fields, and you can work from commercial fields. As chemical engineer, you can work in many fields, including process engineering. But process engineering that you can work with design, and also you can work with operations, and that is different fields, and because of that you have different skill sets required. What I mean by that, if you work with process in operations, you need to focus your your background in plant improvement. So Lean Six Sigma is one of the skills that will help you to get good results in your job. On the other hand, if you want to work with plant design, you need to have another set of skills, and what will help you to understand how the plant design works is, for instance, uh, project management. So you can see that they are different paths inside the same career. So the first thing, you must define what is the field that you want to work with. Once you do that, while you don't got a job, try to build more qualification, not necessarily paper for qualification, but you can read articles, you can see videos on YouTube, you can read books and etc., or you can get some kind of certification, pay for courses and etc. And once you have mapped the companies in your country, looks for the website, register your CV there, and also uh, I recommend to have a LinkedIn profile if you don't have yet. And in the LinkedIn profile, you should add a nice photo, and a nice photo in the in your description. If you go to the company's website and you can verify the open position, and if the open position that is available, it fits to your objective, verify the requirements, and do your profile in LinkedIn in order that your profile matches with the average job description of the companies that you have evaluated in the internet, because this way it will help the oh my god, how is the word, the the interviewer or the job hunter to find your profile. And another thing is, don't put in your profile I open no, I have seen some people adding open to job in the profile. I don't, in my point of view, this approach don't help you, because where I think that in the subconscious, we get some kind of feeling of how can I say, of frustrating, losing mindset, because you are still looking, or you are looking for a position. And the truth is, if the company wants, or if the company needs someone to fill a position, it doesn't matter if you are working or not. They will offer you the job, and if you think that it's good for you, you will be able to left the you will think about leaving the other company and starting in the another one. So in my point of view, open to job don't help you, because it's like you need to understand the job market. What is a market? It is a place where you have offering and demand. If there are too many offering and low demand, the prices go down. If you have low offering and high demand, the prices go up. And when we are facing some crisis in the world, what is happening is we have too many engineers available in the market, and too many open positions available in the other hand. and because of that, our values as workers is going down. So you don't need to add that to your profile because as I told you, I received a call from Italy and I don't have open to job because eventually I am open to left my company, but I am not worried about that. And if the recruiter thinks that your profile matches with the job position, they will call you. They will send you an email. They will send you a message. And I received more than one message in LinkedIn because of that. So this is something that I would like to share with you. Okay, and there is no recipe to get a job. You need to persist. You need to get in touch with people that already work in the in the in the area, and eventually the plan design world is very very small, and recommendations sometimes is get a lot of differences. So that's why I insist, always insist to people that you must improve your social skills. You need to improve or learn about selling. We need to learn about marketing, because this way you will understand how people thinks, and based on that you will be able to increase your chances of get a job. Okay, sorry Mohammed for not having a, a red recipe to give you, but it is the way that I think and it is the way that I do. I have a question here from Facebook. Hi, Mr. Thank you very much for your good efforts in facilitating ASP1 high SIS learning. One important topic, if you can help me with, is connecting high SIS with MATLAB and perform optimization. Let me, perform optimization. Okay. Process for variables of any process with appreciation and respect to you. Nice question, but sorry, Abu Ali, I don't have expertise with MATLAB. In fact, I have seen MATLAB only in my graduation, and I never used that for anything, and I don't know how to do this kind of connecting. I know that Aspen High Seas are able to connect with the Excel or Microsoft Excel, so but I don't have any classes already available about that. Pode fazer o que você quiser aí, tá? Oh, sorry, my wife appeared there. And okay, let's return to YouTube, see what we have here. Okay, Mohammed. Okay. Akshay, you want a job, and everyone wants a job, Akshay. It's not this way that you find a job. Jefferson, talk about process design for petrochemical area. Please tell us your experience in this area. As you know, starting a project with two professionals in this area. I'm starting a project with two professionals. Nice, Luis, nice question. And what I can tell you about the petrochemical area and process design is that what I tell people, sometimes people asked me about books, and people asked me what is important to learn to do plan design. And what I can tell you is that in my point of view, okay, and it is only my point of view, you should focus on in fluid flow. That includes pipe sizing, pipe rating, and material selection for pipings and etc. You should focus on rotating equipments and pumps and also compressors, and there are many types of compressors. There are some types of pumps, and also heat exchangers equipment. Shelving tube is most used, and plate is used a lot in petrochemical facilities. So starting with these three ones is a very good start, because first you need to transfer fluids from one point to another, and to do that we use pipes or pipelines or piping system. So you must know the criteria to size a pipe diameter. You need to know what kind of materials are available if you are working at high pressure, low temperature, high temperature, low pressure, and compatibility, if it's corrosive or not, if it is abrasive or not, and etc. And we to transfer fluid from one point to another, in many cases we need to add some kind of energy to that. And if we are talking about liquids, we will use pumps, and if we are talking about gases, we use compressors. So although they have the same function, add energy to a fluid, they are totally different in operations. Okay, you cannot have gas in your liquid stream when you are pumping, because that will lead to cavitation, and if you have cavitation, you damage the impeller, the internals of your pump, and that can lead to leakage, and eventually you can have an incident or accident. And in the other hand, in compressors, you cannot have liquids in the gas, because you will have some kind of damage in the impellers or the blades of the equipment, and it's very important to you understand that. These days I have seen in the LinkedIn, and it was very interesting, a post, and the post talked about a pump and the energy added to the pump to build pressure, and what would be the head, or something like this, what would be the head if you use the pump to compress air. And although in terms of calculations it makes sense, and it makes sense, I understood the purpose of the post, that is verify if you know the calculations to the head. In terms of practice, although the mathematics would be correct, considering air, a pump building pressure in air, in terms of practice, in terms of real world, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, because we don't use pumps to build pressure on gases. We use pumps for building pressure on liquid. So that is what we say, that the chemical process engineer must know what he is doing when he is doing, for instance, process simulation. Although the answer can be mathematically correct, you need to evaluate if that makes sense. So I joked with the person, telling that if you use a pump to compress air, your boss will kill you, because it is not supposed to be used for that. Okay, guys? So that's very important. And the 30 bases that I told you is about heat exchanger. In many processes, we need to increase temperature, we need to decrease temperature, and that is done using heat exchanging equipment. And as I told you, the most used is shelving tube heat exchanger, and also we have plate exchanger. In plate exchanger, you have approach much tight than when we have shelving tube heat exchanger. So it's a subject that I recommend you to take a look to work with plant design in petrochemical plants. And of course, that columns, depending on the process, you use columns, and that's interesting, but that I will talk about that in another opportunity. Okay, let's see what we have here. a course of a view of petrochemical business for students and professionals. Ok, let's see aqui. Arpan, sorry sir, I have a question. Do you have work as process safety and what book reference you use? Thank you. Uh, as a chemical process engineer, I have as a chemical process engineer working with plant design, we have tight interface with process safety, ARPA, and although I am not HAZOP certified, sometimes I need to deal with that. And the books that I recommend you to consider when you are learning about process safety is any of the CCPS bibliography. It is, I don't know how, what is the full name, but CCPS is very known about this subject. And if you type that on Google, CCPS process safety books, you will find plenty of them, and you can choose the one that fits to your needs. And process safety it starts with the hazard analysis, preliminary hazard analysis, and we have some methodology to improve the evaluation of the risk analysis in your process, like HAZOP, and we have some quantitative methodology also, like LOPA. And although the HAZOP is used a lot, some regulations requires HAZOP to be done by the companies during the project. The truth is that the chemical process engineer must think about process safety all the time. When you when you are dealing with your process, you need to know what should be the alarms for high conditions, what should be the alarm for low conditions, what should be the set point for tripping your plant if something undesirable happens, and that precedes the HAZOP. Sometimes we see people talking, we decide that in the HAZOP. The HAZOP is not for deciding anything. You should already evaluate that, and the HAZOP is a review if something is missing. If you already know that something needs to be protected, don't wait for the HAZOP to do that. Do that previously from the HAZOP. In the HAZOP, people will evaluate if that works or not. And a good way to get experience related to that is looking for books or papers or reports related to accidents. So if you work in a refinery, for instance, and you want to know what is the main issues related to process safety related to your company, look for incidents that happened in the industry, because you will be able to evaluate which kind of measurement, which kind of prevention you can do to don't have any kind of accident in your company. Okay. Okay, Mohammed, thank you, Jefferson, sir. Have explained a lot of things. I would make these changes in my LinkedIn account as well. Very nice, Mohammed. I hope you the best for you. And if you got a job, please let me know. If you are not a connection in LinkedIn yet, feel free to connect with me, okay? Thanks, Luis. Thanks a lot. Luis, I will send you a private message, okay? Okay, let's see another question here. Can you please guide me that how can I learn high seas online from start to get expertise to solve different problems? Mohammed, there are many ways of learning high seas. You can start from YouTube. There are many YouTube channels available in the internet that can help you to understand but eventually to have a step-by-step process, you will need to get, you need to buy a course probably, okay? It's not mandatory, but probably. And you can look for books. There are some books about Aspen High Seas available also. You can find them in the Amazon. So if you type High Seas in Amazon, you'll find some books, and they can help you to understand a little bit more about HAZOP. What I offer to people about HAZOP training is included in my in Process Booster mentoring. So one of the models in this training program, in this mentoring program, is Aspen High Seas. So there I have a step-by-step. I start with piping size, piping system. After that, I go to rotating equipment and heat exchanging. So step by step, and I link that to others engineering documentation that I think it is very important to person understand that the process simulation by itself, it's nothing to plan design. You need to know how to get those information. It transfer to other chemical process engineering documentation like pipe instrumentation diagram, process flow diagram, data sheets, and etc. So this is the way that I see how you should learn Aspen High Seas or other simulators, okay? So the first thing is that if you don't want to pay any money, to expend any money, my first tip to you is look for YouTube. And if you want to have a step-by-step, you can look for courses available in the internet, not necessarily my course, but if you want to do my course, you will be very, very welcome. Okay, see you soon, Luis. Nice to have you here. So guys, thanks a lot for your attention. I talked a lot, and it is very, very nice when I have questions and when I am able to answer you these questions. And I'll see you soon in the next live session. And again, if you are here, don't lose my workshop that I will do on May, Chemical Process Engineer Journey in Plant Design, and because I am preparing very, very special features for this event. So this is it. I hope you like it, and I'll see you soon in the next live session. Bye bye.